Hi, guys. Welcome back to episode 7, the Den Unracked, Fitness, Finance, and FUBAR. Joined with my always awesome host, Dylan Armbrust, and our producer, Brandon Young. We have a special guest with us. Chris Camozzi was in the UFC, was a world champ. He's going to be talking and joining us on all these topics. Dylan, what about this weekend? What happened with the universe? We had a successful weekend.
We had 4 Colorado champions come in and win. And 3 of them trained at Armbrust Pro Gym. So how cool is that?
Yeah, what was it? Brittany, Victoria.
Yeah.
It was a Springs girl. She went pro and fit model. I think it's our first one.
Yeah, it was Brittany Gioso, and then Victoria Ellett was the very first fit model pro ever.
Yeah, and she went from bikini
from
over
Colorado.
to fit model,
Yeah.
and that's everybody told her like that was gonna.
Yeah.
She's gonna. It was magical. She went pro.
And then
What do you think about all
Cassidy
this?
Murphy Cassidy Murphy got her pro card too.
Chris has a wife who's in fitness. What do you think of the bodybuilding world?
Man, so I don't know that much about it, but I was just going to cut you guys off because I was like, was this in Colorado or were these like 3 Colorado women that won it like somewhere else?
This was in New York. It was the
that's
Universe,
huge.
NPC Universe in New York. So it's a pro qualifier for all the bodybuilders and fitness, bodybuilding, bikini, wellness, all of them. There's There's qualification for pro status at this show.
And you had 3 from your gym alone.
3 from the gym. Yeah.
Because your gym is kind of like the mecca for Colorado. Like today's the first day I met you, but I've heard about you for I feel like 15
Yeah.
years.
Dude, he's really rubbing that. He's just jerking him,
He's like,
dude.
no,
he's
he's
a great guest.
He's like, you've been around a long time. You're an old motherfucker, aren't you?
Armbrust has been like, I feel like since my career, like all the big people trained at Armbrust, like, you know, the big bodybuilders.
I remember when you guys did, though. Grudge was right next door, and we'd have the fighters
Oh,
and
yeah.
bodybuilders kind of intermixed with GSP was there, Rashad
George St.
Evans,
Pierre, all the
Blackzillas.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
So-
crazy because how you guys trained versus all those guys training. It kind of opened up people seeing the different high level of caliber athletes train differently.
Yeah, and I think even though people train differently, everybody respects dedication.
For sure.
Like hardcore athletes respect other hardcore dedicated athletes, whatever your trade is.
Yeah.
If you're dedicated and like all in about it, I feel like other people vibe off
For
that.
sure. For
You know?
sure.
I think when you're younger, you're like, fuck them. I train harder than them, And then when you get older, you realize, man, there's everybody
Oh, for
trains
sure.
hard just in different ways. So you respect you. You learn. You're like when you're young, you're just you're a fireball. You're like, fuck you. I train harder. Blah blah blah. When you get older, you can have appreciation. For
What
it
did
all.
now? Your wife, she competed, right? And
Yeah, and I might butcher this because we weren't together when she was competing, but I believe it was, you guys can correct me, IFBB.
D.
Yes, the IFBB,
Okay.
We don't talk
Yeah,
about
and
that.
I think she
International
got her pro
Federation of
card. And,
Bodybuilding.
yeah, she's just big
she
into,
showed
like,
she was fitness.
Yeah, she still does like fitness coaching, nutrition coaching, all that stuff. She's built
And
really
her
good.
name was
Whitney Johns.
Whitney Johns, and she did boxing, right?
She
Or
did,
did
yeah.
something.
She did a fight. I saw.
Dude,
Yeah,
her
fight.
fights. If I could break that down for you, were crazy. 'Cause my first fight was at like the ballroom of the Red Lion Hotel or whatever. That doesn't.
Mine
even
was a
exist
strip club.
anymore.
I was a strip club.
Yeah, I fought at some strip clubs. I fought at some barns.
Yep.
You know,
Barnes.
That was the first
her
one.
first fight was at Wembley,
Oh
and
shit!
it was fucking sold out. I remember
Whoa,
walking out and
dude.
being like,
Did she get a piece of gate?
"Huh?"
Did she get a piece?
She
of
got
gate?
paid very well.
Oh,
because
wow.
When it got approached to her, it was one of the influencer boxing cards. She told me what they're going to pay her, and I was like, dude, we have guys in the UFC that don't make that
Yeah,
money.
no
And
shit.
you've never fought before. I'm like, some people might be a little bitter, but just fucking own it.
Okay,
Show
so
up to the gym.
how watching your wife get hit is that pretty hard?
It was awful.
Yeah, imagine. I couldn't imagine being like,
She called me when she got the offer to fight on this boxing card, and as she was explaining, I was like, no.
yeah.
Why? Why do you want to do that?
Right.
Like the fight game sucks. You can attest to this.
Yeah.
The fight game is still fairly grimy and just like dirty. Everybody will screw you over.
You
any
had to
chance they
want to
get.
jump in the ring and beat the.
Oh, I did. The first girl she fought was like my size. She cut from like 200 pounds.
Because it's like, when somebody fucks with your wife, you're like, oh man.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. That's,
Heck yeah.
And I was used to it because my little brother fought. He was in the UFC also, and
right.
that's your little brother. So every time he fought, I wanted to jump in there, regardless.
Let's get into that. Let's get into this. Guys, let's introduce our guest. It's Chris Camozzi. He was a UFC veteran, brought back many times, fought in many different other, sanctioned companies, shark fights, absolute championship, was a champion in bare knuckle fighting championships. Tell us a little bit about your career.
Oh man, it was a long time, right? So I just retired in April after 20 years. It's a bootstrap sport, right? There's not a lot of like money behind you or anything. You got to do it for the love. And so when I first started, which was probably back around when you were still training too, there wasn't a lot of well-rounded people, right?
No.
So I attest part of my start to that because I had my first fight after 6 months of training. You know, I grew up wrestling, so I had that background. But other than that, if you could go in kind of with one skill, you could win. Those days are over now. There's guys making $200 on a Saturday that know how to do everything.
I noticed there's a lot more toe-to-toe fighting nowadays. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
Well, people stand up, and because you got elite boxers, I think now, you know, our guy in the UFC, where when I was it, I just knew how to wrestle, and someone kind of showed me how to fight on my feet, and I was like, go have fun.
Yes.
Yeah. And now I feel like, anyways, going back to my career, I started with kind of one niche, and then I was able to win. Fortunately for me, and just kind of do it right. I trained with a guy back in the day named Brad Gum. I don't know if you remember him. Smaller gym, which was cool because I got like all the work from the coach because he was just retired and starting a gym, and he didn't have a lot of fighters. So I just kind of soaked that up, and every chance I got to train with him, got better and better. And eventually worked my way up to, you know, getting on the Ultimate Fighter. Because back then, the Ultimate Fighter was like your big break. Now I feel like everybody gets on the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, you were on episodes, season 11, right? Season 11?
Season 11, yeah. I was the backup for 7.
And how was it going with Lydell and Ortiz, right? They were there? That was that year?
Yeah, they were the coaches. I still talk to both. Both are great. You know, I feel like they're big icons of the sport. Chuck came and cornered me when I won the world championship for BKFC.
Really?
Yeah. So that was.
And he could hit like a freight train.
Yeah. But in 2024, he came and cornered me for that fight, and we still keep in contact, and it's awesome, man. It's really weird, and it's hard to like sum up an entire career. But
Chris, how was like going? And I fought in different disciplines, but we didn't have gloves back in the day. So when we first started fighting, we didn't have gloves. It was long one periods, multiple fights in a night. But how did you have to train? Because you were high level. How did you have to change things to go from, I guess, 3 to 5 rounds, 5 minutes, to a bare knuckle, no gloves? How was that changed? How did you have to prep for that?
It was kind of weird at first, to be honest. It was. I don't know how to explain it the best, but it feels more normal to hit without gloves, but it took some getting used to. So I guess, you didn't do it with the gloves very much, but now they put all this tape on your hands. There's always controversy with like the UFC gloves and how stiff they are.
And Trevor Whitman, I heard he tapes like it's almost like a freaking cast.
Yeah, a lot of good coaches do. Mine as well. Jake is a great taper and stuff, but it's always in the gloves, right? You get new gloves when you compete. Most of the time when you're training in anything, you don't use new anything, right? I don't know in your guys' world, but I would assume because it's stiff, it's not broken in.
Like your belts, you remember your straps back in the day, your belts.
Your range of motion sucks with it.
Yeah.
But every fight you get new gloves, and they're always this way. You have to like force a hand closed. So going back and fighting without gloves was cool. You just had to really focus on making a correct fist so that you don't shatter a finger or if something's bent wrong in there.
Right.
But I feel like it made me better.
What was the length of rounds on those?
5 2-minute rounds.
5 2 minutes. That's a long fight. That's a long fight. Now, do you kick in these or no? I don't. I've only watched a few.
No, just boxing.
Just boxing.
Bare knuckle boxing.
Okay.
Which is definitely tiring, but less tiring than MMA when you get into wrestling, kicking, all that stuff.
Yeah, using every muscle in your body.
Is there weight categories in this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so they followed kind of boxing weights. I was cruiserweight, which was light heavyweight in MMA.
Which is like 198,
205.
205. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who?
So, go ahead.
Who was the toughest guy you ever faced?
In all of fighting?
In all of fighting.
Toughest guy. Fuck, I don't know. It's been a lot of them.
His wife.
Yeah.
His wife. His wife's the
wife.
toughest one.
Yeah.
You know, she wins all. She's undefeated against him.
Yeah, she always seems to win.
Or was there like somebody you kind of had that? Like, was there a rivalry you had somebody with that you just got up to fight every time? You're like, I won.
There's some guys you fought multiple times in some of these.
I wish I could say it was a rivalry, but he kicked my ass both times.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
His name was Jacare. So
Jacare.
Ronaldo Jacare
Yep.
Souza.
But
So
that
he
was a
one
big
of the-
fight for you, then, right?
Yeah, I took both of them. Both times I fight him was like a week's notice.
Yep.
He was set to fight somebody else in the UFC, and they fell out, and they called me and be like, "What are you doing?" And I'll be at home hanging out. I'm like, what's this pay again? All right, yeah, I'll be there Saturday.
Sitting there eating a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy is like, he was like a 10-time world champion in jiu-jitsu, jacked out of his mind.
Oh,
and
jeez.
so it wasn't a rivalry because
Was the USADA's been taken out of obviously the UFC now. Was that a big prevalent thing that you saw with the anabolic use in any of your leagues, or can you notice?
probably, it's hard to say. I feel like there's always going to be more money in beating the test than making the test.
Mm-hmm.
But I think USADA cleaned it up quite a bit. When you look back to ACB, when I was fighting in Russia, they had no testing. There were guys
It's Russia.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was interesting.
It was
And
interesting.
in the locker rooms, I would see guys shooting up in the locker room, which I don't even know what you would take
What the
right
hell?
before.
Maybe adrenaline or some shit.
Yeah, I think one guy I
EPO.
saw him take like speed or adrenaline because like his coaches came, they were injecting him with something, and then he just started yelling, sweating all over, and hitting pads as hard as he could nonstop.
Yep.
So it had to be some kind of like,
If that's testosterone, I want some of what he's got.
yeah, I don't think that was like steroids or anything. I think
mean,
that was like
in biking they use it. What EPO and
Yeah.
clenbuterol can be used to bronchodilate and stuff. And I mean, obviously I'm a cheater, so I would do any kind of drug that make me beat someone's ass or win. But I think, and when you do go to foreign countries, you do see things that would not normally pass in the United States, And I think that's why they left it out in the UFC
Go to Europe,
because they want.
you see stuff go down, and then you see laws where you're like it's,
Well, even
it's
weed, they had to let
backwards
weed
over
back
there.
in. They let weed back in for
like
recovery.
depending on the state,
Mm-hmm.
it's always weird. So every state has different sanctioning, every country. So you have to like know the rules. I think.
Well,
the
what
whole
were you
USADA
telling us before you started? Someone didn't know the rules in Mexico, and that cost them a year of their life.
Yeah, I was saying that Daniel Rodriguez, who was just on Rogan's podcast, who went down to Mexico and thought weed was legal, but turns out it was just legal for residents or citizens, not for foreigners. And
Remember that when you go next month or
Yeah,
whatever
that's some
you're going.
crooked shit.
Yeah. See, my thought, you guys might have some input on this. Instead of USADA and all that shit, I feel like it should be a wide open, do what you want to do. But I think it should be full disclosure,
Oh,
right? Because I think that taps into some of the guys' egos, because some of the champions don't want to admit that they did it with nothing. But I think that you should disclose everything that you take, and that's fine and legal. If you're ever tested and popped for anything that you do not disclose, lifetime ban.
I can see that. I mean, if you
well,
look
they
at
got
old-
the untested. They got the
See, but,
tested
like-
games. What is that
Oh,
called?
the enhanced games.
Enhanced games.
Here's why I don't like that, because I think your training should be a fucking secret. So no matter what,
But they don't have to tell those.
No matter what you're eating, no matter how you're training, it should be a secret, and it should be all fucking game.
Like, and I could lie to you. So what I could
That's
do,
okay though.
what I could do is say, I'm training for a fight, and I'm saying, yeah, I used D-ball, which I didn't. I used Winstrol, and that was why, and I could lie to you, and then you wouldn't know.
That's
You
the
know,
thing
Chris?
with combat sports. Like, that's the one where I think disclosure is the right thing, because if you're doing something where you can, like, look at
You're
Well-
bludgeoning a person.
like
with it,
look
right?
at Mark
Sure.
Mark Kerr, like the old days when.
But everybody is
they-
on even ground back then.
But he was a monster.
jacked.
He was
He's
huge.
jacked.
And when you're hitting someone, I
But
think
he got
it's
his
different
ass
than
kicked,
lifting
too.
Something, so he did. But
Yeah. I mean, I just always feel like I understand taking anything and then like bludgeoning your opponent makes it different, but if I know that going in, right? If I get called for a short notice fight with my nemesis who I never beat, who just beat,
Start
but I
jacking
get
him up.
on, I look up the website, I see he's on this, and this. I already know it, so I'm willingly accepting that.
That's a good point.
Or I could have said, "Hey, a week's not enough time for me. Sorry, I'm out."
That's a good point.
yeah,
but I don't know. I don't think there's a way to clean up any sport. No. And also, I'm just like the rest of the fans. I want to see two giant dudes crush each other.
I mean, it's just like when we go down to Bandamere, did we want to see a 3-second car or 15-second car? We want to see a 3-second car. We go to these sporting events to see things that we can accomplish or think we could, but will never be, right? So going into that, so as you started the game in your 20s, right?
I turned professional, I think, 18 or 19.
Okay, so Chris, how did you feel? Now, what are you, 39? 39. How was it going through those different, like for our guests out there, our viewers out there, you know, me and Dylan started in our teens and went all the way through competing. Yeah. How did you find it each year? Had to change your nutrition or change your prep? How did you manage that?
Depends on who you're talking to, right? I'm sure you guys can attest to this. You know, you might meet a guy that's like better at you in wrestling or whatever, and you're like, hey, you know, help me. Like, you're further along. Helps you a bit, and then they tell you some things that take you backwards.
Right.
I don't know if I'm making the point right without like throwing people under the bus. You learn from the people you can, and then as soon as you can't, it's time to like step it up. Mm-hmm. And it's not outgrowing people, you know, as long as you're just respectful to these people. Yeah. I think as a coach, you probably admire everybody chasing greatness, right? But there's a difference between loyalty and just bailing on somebody.
Right.
So I think that I've always tried to be like a sponge, right? Mm-hmm. And not think I can't learn anything from you, or be too egotistical to learn.
Right.
But there are people that will be great at one thing and then tell you some dumb shit in another thing. Where you're like, okay, I'll listen to you on wrestling, but I'm not going to listen to you on boxing.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you probably got a lot of guys in fighting that should just be going to the gym helping out instead of like trying to make money off doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, remember when we were younger, we'd like help out a lot. You know, we just, I'll just help you, kid. You know, whatever. Or I'd like put the weights away for the bigger guys in the gym just so I could lift with them.
You just used to beat the shit out of me. You used to pick on me terribly. What are you talking about?
Look at him now.
I mean, coaching is a refined thing too, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody can just wake up and be like, I was great at something, now I'm going to be a coach.
Yeah.
Because you have to learn how to like convey that to multiple different people. Not everybody learns the same way. But I mean, I learned a ton over the years from, you know, hundreds of great fighters.
Were you a bigger, so I noticed when I was a 20-year-old fighter and 20-year-old wrestler, I only wrestled 134, 142, 136.25 for the Olympics. But as I got aged up and I got towards my 30s, I couldn't even make 160.
Yeah.
I just became a bigger human being as I aged.
Yeah.
And so did that happen to you? Did you grow into your body? Did you have to cut differently, or did you have to cut weight at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to cut a lot. Like in the UFC, I would cut to 185.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'm 6'3", you know, I walk around like 220.
Holy shit.
And I'm not like jacked like you guys people, you know, like shredded. And
that's a big cut, though.
The cut was terrible. So I would, you know, I hired a nutritionist later in my career. Mm-hmm. He would travel with me. That was like my roommate everywhere we went when I would get everybody's hotels.
All that stuff for you, though?
Yeah, he would cook in the room.
I'd love to have something like that.
So that was a game changer. His name was Tyler Minton, who's still doing like a lot of celebrity stuff now. And but he kind of started his career with me, and that was a game changer because even when you think you're eating well or doing the right things, then you have somebody live with you.
Yeah.
And they notice every little like ounce of this and that.
Get all your water in, water you drink today, all that.
How much sleep, how much shit I never thought about.
I mean, this is to both you, Dylan and Chris. How does your approaching 40 you're in your 50s? How does your mindset have to train going into anything high level that you both have to do? Like how?
Go ahead. You go first.
You go first. Well, you're younger, so it's going to get only worse.
I would say it's a very clear distinction. When I was younger, my mindset was pre-workout, fucking, what's going to make me, you know, insane, jacked, what I could instantly feel. I was after the instant gratification.
Yeah.
What are the things I could feel right now? Mm-hmm. And older, it turned into recovery, stretching. What supplements can I take to help my joints? And younger, I didn't give two shits about that. I'm like, how do I get bigger?
And when that was happening to you, were you kind of like, oh, this hurts, but I ain't telling nobody. You know, you're still like, nobody's gonna know I'm, you know, like getting weak. Because I was the guy, like, I get done training legs, everybody, you sore? I'm like, no, why? You sore? pussy.
Oh, you don't. Yeah, you don't want to. No, it does catch us. The age does catch us.
Yeah, you always try to like. I know exactly what you mean. When you practice, be like, I'm not sore.
Yeah.
That didn't hurt.
I mean, like,
and then meanwhile, I go home, put a
just
neck
holding
brace
it
on
right
with
now.
ice or something. Like,
Yes.
You didn't almost choke me.
Yes.
Meanwhile, I think you broke my neck.
Dude, we did some pictures over at Genesis that one time, and you were
Yeah.
sparring with Grant, and just watching, like, you guys were just sparring, and watching how hard he hit you just in sparring.
And talking shit during. Like, you like that, bitch? You
and
like
I was
that?
like, dude, I wouldn't get up after just that session.
Yeah. I mean, you know, Mikey Brown. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
I've hit with him a few times, and he's, you know, I raised Mikey. You know, I got him in the sport. He was 13 when he started with Dredge, and now he'll hit me, and I'm like, oh yeah. And I turn my back, going, holy shit, I don't think I can do this no more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny because I have like Grant and training partners. If I'm fighting an opponent that is known for, say, like, we'll just use Conor McGregor as an example. Somebody who talks a lot of shit during the fight and stuff. My friends, I say quotations, they're my real friends, but in the gym, they're like, oh, well, you're fighting this guy. Well, I'm going to help you get ready. And then they're
play it
trying to degrade me during training. And I'm like, man, we're not coming over on Sunday for dinner, you and your wife. Fuck you, man.
It's method acting.
And they're like, oh, no, I'm just playing. Like, I'm just helping you get ready. I'm like, I don't know. That felt personal.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like me. And, I embody an Irish accent. Hey, Mike.
yeah.
Guys like Gertz and Grant, and just people that hit like fucking trucks.
Yeah, and talking shit the whole way. Like, oh, that one got you, didn't it? Oh, are your legs wobbling? Like, you know,
Just
fighting.
gave you another concussion.
Fighting's like a fine line from training to fighting, which is the hardest. I think that's the hardest gap for people that have a long history in the sport is, can you be a good training partner between
For sure.
training for a serious fight but not fighting yet? And some learn it and some don't. The ones that don't have very many training partners.
Yes, and I think, remember, I don't know if you ever fought, but back in the day, people used to swing for the fences all the way up till the fight, and you'd almost get knocked out during your training.
Yeah.
And like now we know that's not a good idea, and they back off a little bit, and you go into just motions and movement.
That's how it
But
goes.
When I first started, we didn't have like weight classes. We didn't have enough people at
Yep.
the gym. So I would spar with guys 135 pounds or 280 pounds. And the week before our fight, so if I was fighting, 1 week. So if it was this Saturday, the Friday before, we're doing 40-minute round of sparring. Where it's 1 40-minute round, no breaks, but all the other guys rotate in.
Mm-hmm.
And basically you can't hold your hands up anymore. And you're just hoping that they're not teeing off on you.
So-
No water, no nothing. And it was more just a mental prep.
Yep.
If I could do 40 minutes, I could do, 15 easy.
How wild of a world is the UFC? I mean, did you see a lot of crazy shit happen, like in different towns? I mean, like,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I always wonder what it's like in the life of a fighter. So just tell us, the audience, like maybe some of the crazy, and it doesn't even be something in the fight, but just like some crazy shit that might have happened on the road. Or, you have any crazy moments like that?
Yeah, I mean, plenty. So I feel like it's cleaned up a little bit more. The UFC's on the ESPN and everything now.
Yeah.
Like the beginning of my career, it was like, Spike TV. I don't even know if it was on Spike yet. Might have been like Facebook or something. But I mean, I'll share one. Is he passed away now anyway? So do you remember Stephan Bonner?
yeah,
I remember the name.
Yep.
Yes.
I was on the card in Brazil when Stephan Bonner was fighting Anderson Silva. And I'll never forget this. Like in the locker room, I fought earlier on the card, and after you fight, you go back to the locker room or whatever. Sometimes they have seats for you. Otherwise, you just hang out in the locker room. They have food for you and stuff back there.
Right.
So I'm hanging out, and Stephan Bonner was the main event, I think, main or co-main. Well, he's having a panic attack about fighting Anderson Silva. Stephan Bonner's 205. Anderson was coming up from 185. And he, can't cool down. He starts hitting pads a little bit in the locker room and is just sweating profusely. He was also very tan. I don't know what he was taking. Even Dana White pointed that out. Was like, what the fuck? Where have you been, in Brazil for the last? He's like, why are you so tan? Well, Stephan can't even warm up. He's laying on the ground. They had to drag him into the showers. They turned the showers on cold. He's sweating, hyperventilating, everything. And I'm like,
And they're still
sitting there, I'm like,
waiting
is
for
there
him to
service? Like, can I get on DraftKings or anything and bet on this? And eventually he makes the walk,
Oh,
goes
shit.
out. I mean, he gets smoked by Anderson, but full on panic attack. He's in his shorts, shirtless, with his gloves, tape, everything on, I can remember him laying in the showers with the cold water on him, and they're fanning him, just
Dude,
to
see,
going out to fight the best of all time.
Yep.
That was a crazy card too, because you had Silva, you had Nogueira, you had Glover. Like
It was insane. Yeah,
Yep.
being in Brazil too. It was. Who did I fight on that one? I can't remember.
Luis Cane.
Yeah, okay, so I did win. So I was happy. I was back there eating ice cream and shit, all pumped, being like, "Damn, that sucks."
How do you?
That fight was in Brazil.
Yeah,
What part of Brazil was that?
Rio.
Rio. Okay.
And so, like, Anderson's a legend there. Nogueira, that was one of the crazier ones too, because from the basement, where the locker rooms and stuff are.
Yeah.
The entire place was like rumbling.
Oh shit.
'Cause those guys were like, them like legends from like the '90s.
Yep.
Wow.
How is it, like you said, going to foreign countries? You're obviously a husband, a father, doing the camps and all this. Like, we have bodybuilders, we have athletes from all disciplines. How do you manage all those duties and then still be there present, still make sure you're economically don't fall apart? What do you do there?
As far as like fight week, or
The whole camp, really, or
Yeah.
just managing a career, like
so I haven't
making
been
sure.
a dad long enough to say.
Yeah.
So, my baby now is 5 weeks old today.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, she was never
Around
in my
that.
career where I had to worry about it. And as far as wife, I feel like it takes a special partner to be a partner of an athlete, because it's a selfish, like all sports are selfish. If you're chasing being great or elite in anything, you got to be pretty selfish. But I feel like I've always been pretty good about, one thing for me is leading up to a fight or any kind of competition, I don't like things to change and get extreme one way or the other. So, fight week, depending on where I'm fighting, I'll still work that week. I'll still, if I was fighting now, having the kid, I'd be a dad that week.
Yeah.
I like to keep things regular. And like, fighting is stressful enough, so I try to keep things the same.
It's weird because I instruct a lot of my athletes, especially if they have a bad attitude or whatever, try to keep away from everybody. Never blame the sport, because then you don't get some sport. Right. So like, if you do get in that last part, I'll be like, and you're one of those people that just can't keep it together. I was like, try to avoid that so you don't do something during that part of time, especially for big events, world titles.
Yeah.
That's going to ruin after it. Like, please let this be the last fight. Please let this be the last time you do this.
Yeah. And I think it depends on the athlete too. Everybody's different. I've met and trained with guys that have to separate from their family for 6 to 8 weeks, go out of town.
That's what I was
They
saying.
have to be separate. Me, I can take it or leave it. I feel like.
I mean, I flew in some of my athletes for 10 weeks just to prep them for whatever event. And now I know what the family went through, because I'm like, damn, that person's different. He's different, or she. They both are intense, and that's what they have to go through.
Did you ever try that, going away from the wife and
Yeah, I would go
training
do
for, like,
camps out of town and
Didn't
stuff.
like it. You just rather been home.
No, I mean, I didn't mind it. At the same time, like, for me, it was always like, you're here to do a job. Like, I'm fortunate enough that I can lock in pretty well all the time. I, like,
Gotcha.
get what I need to do done, handle the rest after or during. But there's plenty, and I don't fault them. Like, there's plenty of others that are different. I feel like there's so many different personality types, which is the hardest thing for coaches like you guys.
Yeah.
Because you have to learn to manage different personality types, and you have to cater to those to get the best out of your athlete. I feel like I'm one of the easier ones, like, if I'm fighting in Vegas, I'll spend all week gambling at the craps table and then training after and go to bed.
And he knows I'd party before all my events. I'd party. I have to be normal. I have to act like the thing's not happening.
Yeah,
Else I
same.
can't do it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, fighting's stressful enough. So
Yeah.
the entire week, I plan on, like, I'm going to have some fun, When else do I get to, like, travel with all my buddies who I'm super close with? It's kind of like a boys' trip for fun.
See, I wish I could have been more. I had the.
You were-
separate-
I traveled with you.
separate, man. I'd like be.
You had to be,
I-
like, by yourself.
Oh yeah, he was
and just-
serious. He was a
very-
serious guy. He called me. He'd always make fun and call me a part-time guy, because I was just lived life normal. The closer I got to the event, the worse I got as being normal. I'd go out more,
If I go
party
out
more.
I feel like I was cheating or doing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't
I should
go
be
out.
resting. I should be.
I just
During
had
the
to be
day, I would,
around
like,
people.
I couldn't sit in the hotel room longer, Like, I'd train in the morning, Then we'd have a big
That's
gap
what it
during the
is.
day, and if it's Vegas or something, I don't need to go sightseeing, so I'd go play.
That's what I do.
craps or-
Exactly what I do.
But then I'm always still sleeping. I'm not drinking or
No.
being out late. And if I couldn't, I was big on paying my coaches to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like the more fun they had, the better experience I got, and the better coaching I got, so they didn't feel like they missed out.
Well,
I used to make all my coaches go out partying the night before.
That's Watty. He
fighting.
shows up with 3 hookers,
I
two
do.
bottles of Jack
But
Daniels
I-
at
I've
7
been
in the
in
morning,
big-
and he's
I've been
heading
in
up to his
big
brew.
moments.
Maybe too much. There's too much to that
See,
too.
I've been in big moments where I'm coming home right before the event, going,
Yes.
"I'll be there, don't worry," and then had to ask for money back from the stripper to get the cab ride home. I'm like, dude, can I get that 20 back? Because I ran out of money just now.
There was only like one bad time I had where I like had a coach go out and like he almost didn't make the call time, which was like 4:00 the next day. I'm like calling him and everything. I'm like, where are you? Like leaving him voicemails. And he showed up, but I hadn't heard from him. And I was like, oh man, like is he in jail or?
All right.
You're like stressing. You're just like, fucking coach, I'm keeping an eye
Yeah.
on him. He's supposed to
But I
be
always
here.
felt like giving my coaches, it's like these are things you don't get back, right? It's time, it's
sure.
experience,
Yeah.
it's fun trips on the road. So if I can't have fun, I feel like my team should, because I feel like they'll be happier when they're
For sure.
coaching me.
I mean, the one that I was like, that last 250 UFC at the White House would have been the best.
Yeah.
Like to experience that thing, what Gaethje just got to go through.
That shit ain't never happening again.
Oh, I heard it was wild. I saw him that Tuesday. Him and Trevor were playing pool at the gym when I got there, because I coached a little bit at the gym with a few guys, and they were playing pool at like 8 or 9 a.m. And they said that they hadn't really had any time to like decompress yet. That he was doing media till 5 in the morning after that, and yeah.
That
But
was
what a
awesome.
wild experience!
Awesome experience. Best walk I'd ever seen in my life. Best
Yeah.
walkout
Reading
ever.
the Declaration of Independence,
Independence, yeah.
turning around and being like escorted by, military heroes and stuff. What
Yeah.
a cool show!
And seeing all those past presidents and stuff. And the band was the best. They
Yeah.
did such a great job on all those songs. And
Yeah,
they
it was
had-
the Marine Corps band.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And then they had the Jetson during it and stuff. It was awesome. Going out and this leads us into when you're traveling with all these guys, and this is for all you athletes, bikini fighters, football players, golfers, anybody that has to travel, bull riders. What does the unknown cost when you guys are going through this? Like we see you that you fought, I mean, multiple flights on being picked up by a big, large billion-dollar company. When we think you're a multi-billionaire, like
Yeah,
what
totally.
Mayweather. But what are the unforeseen costs, Chris, that we don't see?
I mean, there's a ton, right? So it's always like event specific, but I would say one is time, right?
Okay.
We talked about that earlier. The guys that have to separate, go out of town, whatever, it's time away from your family, your kids, everything. That's the biggest one, I think, is time and being selfish. Because you might be married and you're in training camp and your wife's like, well, let's go to so-and-so's birthday party. Let's do this, that. And I'm like, I don't want to go out. I got to sleep. I'm not drinking. I'm not partying. Like, I don't want to be around a bunch of drunk people. So time is the biggest one. And then expense-wise, man, everything's on
Do you
us.
pay for that? Do you pay for those guys that come with you?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah,
So
so
the
the
UFC
more-
don't pay for that.
The UFC will pay for you plus one.
Okay,
right?
there you go.
And that means you're sharing a room. So if it's you and a coach, they'll get you one room, 2 flights, per diem for 2 people.
And these guys bring like 5, 6 people sometimes. Some of these
Yeah.
guys.
Now, if you're the main event or co-main event, they'll give you 2 people. So
Okay.
you plus 2.
Mm-hmm.
Not really getting huge with it, but so yeah, it was always on me to book rooms, flights. It gets stressful because if you're fighting out of the country, people are like, well, where are we staying? What are we doing? When are
Wow.
we flying? I got to talk to you and see when you want to leave, coordinate these
You gotta
flights.
Coordinate all that shit.
But there's a lot of coaches that understand the game too. And I've been fortunate to have those ones that are like,
Sure.
hey, get me what's most economical for you. It got better through my career. I tried to like turn around. The more money I made, I'd be like, all right, we're not all sharing a room this time. The beginning of the UFC, I had like 6 guys in a room. Like, hey, we got one room in Vegas. I get a bed. Fucking, you guys figure it
I
out.
think we've all been there.
Yeah.
I
And then
traveled
it
with
ended
you.
up to me getting everybody their rooms, stuff like that. But there's a ton of costs. And then I think as the athlete, you got to do a really good job of making sure that the essential people are there, because there's always people that will come And there's always people that want to be a part that aren't actually
Helping.
Yeah, they're not actually help, but they're an expense to you.
Now, do you pay for their food when they go?
Yeah.
So
They
that-
pay for meals
And I asked that because, like, I just got asked to go, Team Universe. I had people out Universe, and people always go, "Are you going to be at my show?" And I'm like, "Well, you got to book. This is the things I require. You got to book my flight. You got to pay for my room, and you got to give me per diem to eat. And I'm losing cost of business that I'm not charging you. So I'm losing like $800 a day when I leave. And so I tell people you got to realize that's a big cost to me to go.
Meanwhile, your client works at Walgreens.
But if you don't, then you don't charge enough for it to cover.
Right.
Now I don't know. I used to get parts of purses for certain things.
Yeah.
I don't. And each thing that you do is different.
Right.
So did you do that for your coaches as like a flat rate, or did you like paying for the camp or paying part of the gym? Sometimes you get it free, but did you give them part of the purse, or did you pay them a flat?
Yeah, I would always do 10%, right? 10% of what I make, and then I pay the expenses.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to pay for every pad session or anything like I was buying privates.
Right.
They would get 10% of what I was making at the end. So, sometimes that worked out.
Well,
great
didn't
for
you
coaches.
get a fight? You got bonused once
Yeah,
at one of them.
and
So
that
that's
sucks
right.
to write that out, because then I changed this later in my career, but back when I did, I paid my manager 10% of that bonus and my coach. There's 20%
Oh, shoot.
right there. Looking back, I'm like, what did my manager do for that bonus of like a performance bonus?
Right.
Knockout of the night, submission of the night. Did my manager have any effect on that? No, but he definitely had a bill for fucking 10% of that.
and let's talk about that, because like I think going in the athletes, and when I signed my first contract, I was fortunate to have Phil and other pro athletes look at my contracts, and they'll sign, like, especially supplement companies, rights to images, and they want lifetime rights of image, and you want to be, it either ends the day of that or the 30 days after. Was there contracts? And I know the UFC used to allow everybody to have sponsors up until a certain point, but then they got Reebok to do it, and then they cut all that.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you saw that you signed that was way too much, like even fight deals that you should have been like, damn, I should have done that long? Or is there anything?
Kind of. I mean, with the UFC, it's like they're the biggest right now. There's nobody that's like quick on their tails. So when you signed with them, it was kind of like whatever. But I mean, they're the Ultimate Fighter contract that I signed back then literally had verbiage in it that said throughout the universe.
Oh, wow.
Like, we own this throughout the universe. They had in case of alien attack in the contract. it was like 300 pages to be on a reality show. You're signing.
And you read all those, or did you have?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I mean, I was 19 or 20
Yeah.
or maybe 21 at the time, reading through it. Like, yeah, I understand that.
Just give me the money.
Yeah.
Now I deal in a lot of contracts. I'm like,
Yes.
I bet I missed a lot. You
A
know?
lot.
But for the most part, I feel like guys like Connor, the big stars, you have an attorney to look at it.
Yeah.
There's plenty of guys that don't. Unless you make it, are they going to sue you?
I mean, that's why you see all this fighting back from the old guys. I mean, the UFC got sued for $300 million, and they got to pay it back out. I
Yeah.
think it was because when you look at contracts, and if you guys don't know, Chris Camozzi is a realtor, commercial realtor, right?
Yeah.
So he does contracts. If you don't explain that contract to someone, they're not responsible all the way through for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to.
Yeah, there was a class action lawsuit. I was actually part of that.
Did you get back pay?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, which was great.
Awesome.
It was like a savings account I forgot about. You know?
Yeah.
I'm you
Was
know.
that couch money?
Yeah.
Holy
look at all this
shit!
money I
$10,
found.
bro.
Yeah, that one was a big one because I mean most of my career was in that class action lawsuit. But, yeah. I mean,
It was.
there's always tons of people that hate the UFC and how they do business.
Sure.
You know, they fired me, but I still have a good relationship with them, and
They brought you back, though. I mean, you.
Yeah.
So if people don't know, and then this happens with a lot of sports, whether it be tennis, whether it be golf, you have to stay in a range for them to keep you a part of the company. If not, they let you go on your contract, right?
Yeah.
And so
they're the most one-ended contracts ever. Though.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
NFL guys, a lot of people get guaranteed money. I could sign 10-fight contract with the UFC, and I lose the first one, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't like
You're
how
done.
you lost. You cut it." They don't have to pay you on
For
the
sure.
other 9 fights,
For sure.
but if I retire or anything like that, I owe them 9 fights.
You
It's a one-ended contract. So Randy
owe them money?
No, I owe them Like
Oh,
if
shit.
I
Okay.
retired and say I took a year off, and I'm like, hey, I'm back. I'm going to sign with this promotion.
They'd say, no,
They're
you
like,
owe
no,
us
no,
money.
no.
Okay.
Now your
Okay.
contract is
Oh,
working again. You
Oh,
owe us
wow.
9 more fights.
Well, you
So
know,
there's the promotion has an out anytime they want. The athletes don't.
Yep. I mean, it's understandable. Everybody's out for themselves, and you got to
Corporate
protect their
power,
stuff.
man. Corporate power.
I mean, I don't know how you feel about the IFBB. I'm sure, or I guess would it be Jake Wood? I'm sure it lies
Hey.
better in their favor than the
So
other.
you know money rules the world. You
Sure.
got these big money guys tinkering around with these guys that kick ass and take names, and they're just playing games with them with money.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because at the end of the day, right? They've got the better.
What are you going to do?
attorneys.
Kick my ass? No, you're not, because I'm going to pay somebody to shoot you.
So, because people always ask, like, well, why don't the fighters go on strike
Right.
and
What they
build a
have-
union?
Do you guys have a union?
No union. The UFC lobbies hard against it. There's been talks of it in the past, and the UFC's like, cool, we'll freeze everybody. We'll find 500 other guys that'll fight,
true.
and
For
people
sure.
will watch.
Now we have
How
a.
long can you wait? Because you don't make enough money.
Now we do have a. We do
sucks.
have a athlete rep for guys and girls in the IFBB, don't we? And
There's
we do
supposed to
have
be a
insurance
Bob
also.
Chick-Row, yeah.
We have insurance too.
Insurance,
Yeah, but I don't know if we've ever band together. Anybody's ever band together against the league.
No, dude.
You know, I think it'd be.
Where are they going to go?
Well, that's
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
with
That's
fighting,
what the
but
UFC
see, okay,
feels.
so how's this?
See ya.
So the one thing though, I do say in the modern fight though, is the UFC does have to rival these promotions like Jake the Pauls, because people will pay for these guys to go over and fight you, because that's just an awesome thing. Let's get the Armbrust owner fight Chris Camozzi, and we'll pay $100 million because people just want to see
Because they,
different
they
things.
build it up on
Yeah,
social
who's
media.
the-
to be something.
Who's the strong man that just fought Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hall. Eddie
Eddie
Hall
Hall.
fought.
Yeah.
I mean,
just
I would
fought,
watch. Well, Derek was helping. Derek Wolf, the guy you trained for the Broncos, was helping Brian Shaw for a while.
Yeah.
because I want to see Brian Shaw just beat
I
the
think they
shit
were
out
just
of him.
I think they were just trained. No, they might have been.
No, Brian-
Brian was
Brian
ready.
was sparring
Brian
with
was
him, you're right,
yeah.
yeah.
Brian was
had a fight
yeah.
in Qatar.
Yeah.
Where they were going to pay him some ridiculous amount, I heard.
I would.
Well, I was like, what the I've been doing this my whole life.
I know.
That'd be like, a bodybuilder, like, if all of a sudden I was like, hey, the Olympia called. They want to be in. Can you guys help me get ready?
I would
You're
do-
like, what the fuck? Dude,
But I
just
told-
because I'm famous. or-
Listen, to this, I told my client JB Jeremy, I was like, dude, you're a 4-time Mr. Olympia. Let's get you ready to fight one of the Paul brothers. Who cares? $10 million, one fight, and walk away.
That'd be actually a pretty good idea.
It's a great idea. Like, if I
You're
was
out there,
anybody,
Jeremy. Let's see that.
Like,
Let's
and-
see that happen.
yeah, let's
We're
get
seeing
Jeremy.
the sport change. Like, the Pauls,
They changed it.
they did that, like, entertainment value, which I'm not
entertainment,
mad
yeah.
about.
No, either am
I
I.
want to see just two people I want to see fight. I don't care if there's titles or this or that or how long.
Well, how did we?
or
Didn't
how
we used to do it when we were kids? Like, who do you think would win, Bruce Lee or Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, right.
That's what that is.
Yeah. And then
you
That's
sit
what
there
we
and
want to
fight
do.
over, no way,
like,
man.
let's get one of the Olympia champions to fight a 155-pound mid-grade, and then see what happens.
Would be like so out of
Well, you
breath.
saw the Larry Wills one, Larry
Yeah.
Wills one, and that was great. People will pay for that, and I think I want it.
The Eddie Hall one too. I mean, he fought
And-
Tommy Fury, who's like,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
who's a pretty legit fighter, and he's the brother of one of the greatest of all.
The one I want to see is like one of the top women fighters in the UFC fight any guy on the internet that's been talking shit to her.
Oh yeah, that's
let her
happened
beat
before too. There's some videos out there. I know. Now that we're gonna be neighbors, we can do like Armbrust Genesis fight night. You know?
Yeah,
It'd be
dude, we want to do
hilarious.
the marathon. I told him the first episode, went to a marathon. It's an average cost of $135 to enter a marathon. There was 20,000 runners.
Yeah.
I was like, you guys the street's already there. You're not renting anything. It's out there. So they're making ungodly amounts of money. So we need to do these fights, and we got to do a marathon.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of next on my list. I want to start a promotion.
Promotion?
In Colorado.
Well, what happened to Sven? Sven sold his.
Sven is still part of LFA.
LFA. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's when we talk about the fights in a barn. That's with Sven, and you'd sell these tables, and you go to a barn, and you'd fight. And I remember doing that. I remember fighting. There'd be a fight with a WWE match, and then a midget match, and then a
Oh,
K1 match, and then us.
Yeah, just fun.
Just fun.
And they're like, the guy was like, I know I was going to give you $250, but we don't have enough. Would you take 75? I was like, bro, I'll take a burger.
Is my kid gonna pay me to do this? My first fight, my first pro one, I got $200 flat, and I was like, wait, I was doing this for free. You're gonna pay me to do it? I was like, that's half my rent.
Half my rent.
It was.
Like, we're onto something. here.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit.
Okay, going into that, how do you see? I mean, you're you transitioned. You're a commercial. What's your company called?
Hoff and Lee.
Hoff and Lee. Are you a managing partner?
No, so I'm just a broker for them. We've got an office in the Springs and then a couple in Ohio. But yeah, we're a boutique brokerage. Started in Colorado Springs like 35 years ago. So we're one of the oldest brokerages.
So where's your territory, or it's all Colorado?
I can do all of Colorado. I focus on Denver and like the surrounding metro areas, but yeah, depending on the right opportunity, I'll do wherever.
So what have you seen, and we talk about this almost weekly, have you seen in the Denver area for commercial spots? Has it kind of died down? Is bricks and mortar not a thing for companies? What do you see there?
It is. So I don't do a ton of retail. I focus on industrial,
Okay.
which I picked that for a reason, because industrial services, I think, will be the last ones replaced by AI.
AI.
You know, you're always going to need your plumbers, electricians.
Absolutely.
Somebody's going to have to service all those things.
I'm starting a sewer company now.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, those are my kind of people. Like I wear this to work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dress up in like a full suit like some of these commercial brokers
Yeah.
and stuff. Like,
What's
I
the
deal
good
with-
old boy system?
I deal with blue collar people that would look at me weird if I showed up in a suit.
Right. Yeah, for
You
sure.
know? But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different changes. You know, I think everybody in Colorado, like politically, I think that we're a mess. Taxes are too high.
Well, they
They're
just upped
always
it too,
going
didn't
up.
they? Go to
Yeah.
9% or
Commercial
something?
commercial building taxes. are
Yeah.
going through.
Didn't
Yeah,
they?
you know,
Yep.
you're a building owner.
Did
like
you guys
yeah.
buy that building over there?
Yeah,
You did?
next to
That's
you.
awesome.
Where's that at?
Because I
Where's
thought
that
you
at?
Because you guys painted the exterior. So
Yeah.
What was this at?
Right next to Armbrust.
Right next
So
door.
did you buy the from the
They didn't buy the
archery?
one next door, bought the one over.
Yeah, the
between
wrap
buildings.
shop. All
What do you guys? So okay, the wrap shop's my Joe Moore.
So you're the wrap shop's new landlord, then, right?
I'm not, but the building owner for Genesis is.
Okay.
So what do you guys think of the one that's open for sale? Do you think that's a good investment or bad investment? Where Enterprise and the archery places?
You know, honestly, here's what I thought. Tell me if I'm wrong. I think if somebody put a restaurant right in there, like some kind of cool, like health food restaurant type thing,
might do good.
it would.
It's
kill
such
it.
low margins. You know, I own 3
But
restaurants.
between the gyms,
yeah.
Yeah.
They probably-
Yeah, I'm working on something for you guys.
I'm
You might
working
have
on-
another
Do you?
cool neighbor.
oh, cool.
Really?
Right on.
I'm like, we're gonna take over
Dude,
that whole
shotgun
little
Willie,
center.
baby.
Yeah,
Shotgun is You're kidding me. I'm so happy right now, guys.
just for you.
Just for
Open till 4 a.m. I'll be there every night.
No, I mean, like that is part of a thing when you choose the location. Is like, who are the neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. You guys fit great with my gym. You know, Genesis. You got
Wait,
the-
Genesis, the gym? Or
Yeah.
Genesis?
That's the gym moving in.
So that's the gym I train in.
It used
The
to
one
be.
that's way up. No, wait, hold on. Are you talking about Genesis that Grudge sold to? That's
Yeah.
because there's a Genesis 60 location gym too. You know that?
Oh
right?
no.
Yeah, that's up. You know,
This is the
football-
fight
yeah,
game.
they're
Yeah.
based out of Kansas City. They just opened up 120 locations.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
No, this is Genesis training.
Oh,
Academy, so.
yeah, because his brother used to own that with him, and they sold that to some Genesis. Right? Didn't Trevor or something like that, brother-in-law or something back in the day?
They were like best friends.
yes,
him and
yeah.
Jake. So Jake is my coach. And then
Okay,
they came back
that's what
and-
it was.
Well, now we're back to where kind of they started.
Right?
Yeah.
Where was the archery building?
It was
Where
on the
you
other.
were?
It was where the archery is now. That's where.
And then
Grudge
where's the
used to
golf
be.
simulator?
And that was the golf too. They
So that's still there. We're in the building next to that.
Okay.
Building over.
Okay. The
Yeah.
spa?
Where the
Gone.
spa used to be.
Gone.
Yeah.
Okay, there you
Scott's gone. You remember Scott?
Yeah.
He's great. I like Scott.
Yeah,
been
so
around
the
a
wrap
while.
company's still there, and then the rest is going to be our gym.
Okay. That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. Now that landlord, the old lady, did she pass or something?
No, she just sold everything,
Really?
and then
She gotta be
I was the
100.
first one to buy.
I was the first one to get kicked out of there. Remember? I had the back part, and then she's like, "Your music's too loud." The nail. I was like, "What do you want me to do, dude? We play music." You knew that when we.
So she sold us one piece, and now there's one more she's got. you know,
Okay.
and
She owned that
guys
whole
know-
the whole block.
Yeah.
The middle piece is for sale.
Yeah.
I thought about
What
it,
should
but
I-
I'm like,
Is that the archery place?
The way
Archery?
you know, the political shit is in Colorado.
I'm
like,
not staying
somebody
here.
come into some.
I'm going
it's-
Texas.
I mean, we just voted in a socialist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So
Yeah.
I'm like,
You don't want to share with everybody? Come on. You don't need memberships. Just
I mean-
let everybody in.
For our viewers that you don't know, what he's talking about was Malat Kiro got voted in. She's 29-year-old barista, used to be an attorney, got fired for anti-Semitic things. I love our Jewish people. I love everybody, but I'm sure it don't fly well in the professional world when you go anti-Semitic. But some of the things that she's going over lately is she wants illegal aliens to be able to stay, abolish ICE. Everybody should have Medicare, which that's a terrible idea, and free daycare for everybody, which maybe we would be on board if, I don't know. And then landlords shouldn't be able to up rent. How do you guys feel about these big issues?
Just a quick correction, though. She didn't get voted in. She won in the primary.
She won the primary.
Primary.
So in November, she'll go up against whoever the Republican.
So how do you guys feel about that?
I think it's crazy, dude. She like, okay, listen.
Who's going to pay for it?
Well, who is?
Socialism works great until you run out of the capitalist money.
Well, Cuba and Venezuela didn't do good. Like they're a
'Cause
prime
they ran out of the
example.
capitalist money.
No, there's never been anybody that it works, right? Because there's lazy people and there's people that strive for something better, right?
Yeah.
So everything can't be equal. It never should be because people stop trying.
No.
You know, if you look at that, one thing I find really weird about this, and I don't know about you guys, is that I've grown up, lived around here forever. I've got like my hand on the beat of a lot of things. I've never heard of that lady.
Yeah, me neither.
She came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
She had plenty of funding, and
For sure.
I've never heard any of her ideologies, politics, anything spoken.
I think, like when I was in Denver, living in Denver, and I'm outside of Denver now, people would always, because of my name was kind of low, would ask me to run for things. But there's an agenda behind it because she's just a political head. And then they're going to push an agenda.
Who's funding her? That's what I would say I would look into.
That's what I'd look into.
But when you go through these other parts, everybody should have Medicaid. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but who's going to pay for it, right? We're going to pay for it. The people that are working all the time
you see
and
the
trying to
taxes.
have businesses, free daycare, same thing. Who's going to pay for
Well,
it?
look at
cheap
Canada.
I mean, you remember how cheap it was going to the doctor when, I don't know, Chris might be a little late.
Too young.
but When we were young, you go to the doctor, it was like $25.
Sure.
Now
But
it's-
also your minimum
now
wage is
your
$3.
copay is $120. You know, it's like crazy.
Yeah. Same thing like landlords shouldn't be able to raise rents. Well, if landlords don't make money, then they don't offer their buildings out or
Now-
they lose it or
Now,
people don't have
how's this?
places to go.
No, and trust me, I'm not into this. I'm a very big capitalist, but in New York, didn't they have those grandfathered stuff that like if you signed something that you couldn't raise rent if you're remember
Yeah,
that?
there's rent control,
Rent control,
right?
that's
Where
what
they
it's
can
called.
cap
Sorry,
it.
yeah.
So you can't raise it by 50% the next year, which could be okay. I don't know. I'm not.
Could
an
we
economist
implement?
either, you know?
Either am I. Like I'm not the brightest guy, sharpest guy in this tool, but I do know that some of these principles and some of the things we have to be careful when we just to make everybody happy that we push these ideas because in the future it could break us and we're already in trouble. We've talked about this before. Denver County's in trouble. We're in trouble as a state financially.
They need to figure out a way to get us out of trouble without using tax funds and
Sure.
actually using, the actual entrepreneurs, the capitalists to make the money through whatever means.
I mean,
'Cause government just taking taxes is just.
Do you think we can look at what happened with the Excel fire or with the fires over there by Boulder? Now Excel had to do what they had to do. Now we have this 87,000 acre fire. Do you think that we're going to be able to take that blow? Because FEMA doesn't just jump in there and help us out. So these are a lot of costs that we're going to be seeing down the line.
Yeah, there's a ton of costs, but also, I can say from my standpoint on commercial real estate, the city keeps buying these buildings for like homeless housing and shutting them down in 6 months. I'll also tell you that the city, when they buy, sometimes they overpay. They don't negotiate. Sometimes they just pay more, and I mean up to double. Why would you throw in like?
So what do you think's behind all that? I mean, what do you think the end game is?
I feel like somebody just has to follow the money, right? Because the
Well,
money's
someone
going.
get kickbacks
Yeah,
Well,
it's
what
going
are they gonna do with all
somewhere.
the properties they're buying up too? That are
because they'll
obviously
resell it
vacant?
and develop it
I don't know.
later
but
on.
They just bought one to make it the new LGBTQ retirement home, but
Retirement
like
home.
they will probably never take off. They bought it for that with no plan in place, no construction yet or anything, and they paid full price for it. But they're opening it for bids. So
And
who buys something without? That's like buying your house without doing an
And that's
inspection.
interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because Chris, if you watched a commercial down in Denver, there was those 2 buildings sold for $3 million that were $40 million valuation that they were going to do.
Yeah.
So you knew they didn't have to pay that full price. That's what's bad is they didn't have to pay that full price. And so what do you do? Like you said, follow the money. There's going to, just like Minnesota, there's going to be kickbacks. There's going to be people behind it, and they're going to use that for privatized funds. Look at what happened in the Stockyard, the restaurant. They got pushed all the restaurant out. Tony Fico was a part of that. They took all those guys out, and then that coalition bought that property. I think we see more of that coming up, and we're going to see private wealth get really wealthy on that blue side. That's what I see.
I don't know.
100%.
If Chris agrees, I agree. He's the real estate guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's past me even.
Although Chris would love that free daycare.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm probably going to need it one day. Oh, I meant for me, not for the kid.
I know. Hey, I'm telling you, we're getting close to this part where I'm going to be changing my own diapers.
Right.
I worry about that all the time. Well, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We always go over every week called Sin or Win. And it's basically, is it in or out? When I grew up in this time and age, we used to yell at athletes. We'd say, eat a dick, all this stuff. Is it in? Yelling at your athletes, sin or win?
I say win, as long as they're adults.
Win.
So no young people getting yelled at? Because we got our ass chewed at 10 and 12.
And we hated it, but you understand it when you get older.
Yeah.
I got
You may not
caught
get it at
fat,
the time.
slant-eyed, all that shit. Can you see the ball? No.
Why would they call you slant?
Well, because when you put dental floss across, when they put dental floss across there, you can't see. You blindfolded me. Okay, sin or win? Cups. Like, so when I played football, you'd wear a cup, but I didn't like wearing it. So I'd wear it in fights, but I wouldn't wear it. Sin or win? Cups.
Sin, man.
100% win. But I'm on the fight side. I mean, I'm not wearing one lifting or anything.
I do.
You
I
know?
like to wear it just on random days.
So you're just wearing one now?
So you-
No, I'm wearing
packing.
one now. So I just like sit there and I put my
Earlier, I
hands.
heard him knock.
I
thought
power-
he hit the chair. Or he's
I
wearing one.
power stance a lot.
I always just hurt, man. It would like rub against
Yeah.
the sides of your
Yeah.
legs and shit.
If somebody has the chance to hit me in the balls, I'm wearing a glove.
Right, there you go. That's probably pretty smart.
Does that happen a lot?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's a win.
Well, our buddy's always nut checked. You know, look at my shoulder. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay. Botox for men. Sin or win?
Sin.
Sin. With the dog jaw. The
No, man.
I'm
Men
gonna say sin.
age gracefully.
Yes.
Yeah.
age. Okay.
Like wine and whiskey,
right.
you know?
Okay. This was big, and my dad used to wear his man shit out in his chains, watches, and rings. Sin or win? I'm not a big.
I'm on a win. I'm a watch fan.
You're a watch fan?
Yeah.
Or see, you know, and now you have your phone. So what's the watch do? Like, is
Nothing.
it-
At the time's not even right on it. I just wear it.
I wore a watch.
habit,
I had
just put it
watches
on.
for years, and I finally bought the one I wanted to wear.
You did?
And it was a Breitling. And I
No,
wore
that's
it.
the one where you're testing your
Yeah.
credit card.
Yeah, and then I fucking wore it for 2 years, and I stopped wearing
You know
it.
where
And I
it is?
haven't worn a
Sounds
watch
like his credit
since.
card worked.
You did.
He was
No, we were
testing it.
testing
Let's see
if
if
that
it'll
would
go.
really.
Yeah.
We were sitting there going, "Can you really charge this much on a card?"
Yeah.
So we went and bought it.
Yeah. I got a Breitling. I mean, I love them.
I was like, hey, this thing was supposed to decline
Hey,
this shit.
well, okay. Let me tell you this though. What'd you think about AP doing that Swatch collab?
I
It's
hate
like
it.
That like cheapen the brand, or I
hate
don't
it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
hate
know.
it.
It's crazy.
What
It's
is it?
crazy.
What's going on?
So, how do you pronounce it? Whatever.
I can't afford one, so I can't say it.
So anyway, like just like
APY.
Lamborghini and all these people, you know, they got a high end thing. They dumb it down and then they produce it for the
They're
masses.
like
Well,
400, 500,000.
yeah, they AP
Oh, okay.
branded up with Swatch and made like a $5,000 or less. No,
No, it was way
$400.
less. Yeah, it's like
$400.
$400.
But
It
did you
shut
see
down
the
Cherry
re-
Creek
Cost
Mall.
20 bucks
yeah,
to make.
but then you see the resale. They're trying to resell those things for ungodly,
Really?
which is weird because there's mass
It
produced.
shut down Cherry Creek Mall
Yeah.
because
Shit.
everybody was
Yeah.
there to buy one.
But I think the brands like that, I don't know why they did that, but they probably made $1 billion. Made them
Yeah.
$1 billion.
Remember
probably.
that shit when we were kids? Like your mom would have to go to the local Walmart to wait in line because Christmas there'd be only so many Cabbage Patch Kids.
Yeah.
They,
Black
you know, have to buy
Fridays.
your little sister a Cabbage Patch doll or some shit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have Cabbage Patch dolls, but
No, but you know what I mean. Yeah,
You
you
did.
did. I know what you and you had.
and I
all
love
did.
I love the gays, but I don't play with dolls. I remember one time I went
play
to
with
He-Man.
G.I. Joes?
Dude, my
Why'd you buy
dad
the Asian one?
my dad was a country. So I come from a ranch, and my dad was a redneck. I was adopted. My dad's red, and so if I had a G.I. Joe or a He-Man or some shit like that, he would say that's a doll. So he wouldn't get it for you. He'd get you a truck or those construction trucks, but he didn't want you playing with an actual action figure.
So look at Watty's
He's
dad's
crazy.
like a hillbilly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my dad was
all right.
White
oh,
guy,
yeah.
and he's got
He's
an
an
Asian,
Irish guy.
and he's got
Mean
an
mean
Asian
mother,
child.
mean motherfucker.
This explains a lot.
Yeah, he's a mean motherfucker. Okay, here. This is a sin or win, and this is important for all you out there. I was always taught to hit first, but now some people say don't, or do you walk away? Hit first, or let someone hit you, or walk away. What's sin or win? Which one is it? Hit first.
Oh, Win.
When?
I just did a whole thing on this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Like, so I say hit first, right? So I was always taught, don't start the fight, finish it. Whatever. I think that's bullshit. I think you should teach your kids personal space, right? Mm-hmm. It's not, I need to sit here and wait for somebody to punch me because most fights end in one punch. Mm-hmm. If this is my bubble and you're mad at me and you get in here and I can hit you, I'm fucking hitting you.
There you go.
I like that.
What do you do, Dylan?
I like
He
what
calls
he's
me.
talking there. Now I got my space.
Yeah.
I got my space.
No, he has guns. That's what okay, the day and age of guns though has changed it. Where I don't scare women. I used to go up behind them, and they have guns. And I'm like, oh, bam, bam,
I
bam.
promise you, you're gonna get to an age where you're like, you know what? I don't want to be hit by anybody. And if somebody's gonna try to hit me, I'm gonna
Yeah, and
shoot
this guy
that
can
motherfucker.
pull.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I watched
That
the
age
video.
is already here, man. I carry all the
Chris,
time.
I watched this guy pull. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. But I always tell everybody, you know, like I told Karen and stuff, I was like, what about when they shoot back? like I think that changed everything. Am I going to be that accurate?
That's why you.
That's why
make
I'd
sure
be
you
like
can
this.
shoot good.
Yeah.
The cops would be like, why is there 22? Because I'm shooting like this, running.
Yeah, man. I said win on that. Hit
I've
first.
told my kids too, like, if you will never get in trouble for hitting to defend yourself or defend someone else. If you see someone in danger, you will never get in trouble for defending.
No, I
Depends on
I
what
hit a
school you
girl's
go to.
butt the other night at the bar. I got in trouble for that. So you're wrong on that. That's
hit
wrong.
first.
I hit first. I got totally in trouble. I got thrown out of the establishment. I understand that. Okay. Nate, center win. This is a big one for me because I'm getting in that age and I'm going to be that guy. But I used to see this. When you're in the sauna or in the steam room, naked in the sauna, center win.
Fucking sin.
Sin.
It's not even like your long balls and you're just sitting there
I
itching.
used to
up.
hate that shit when I was a kid.
I know, but now we're those guys.
Dude,
So
no,
we can
I'm
be
not that guy.
Yeah,
You have the opportunity to change this. You know,
Yes.
we all know, all the guys know. When you walk in the locker room and there's 80-year-old guys, they're all just butt naked, talking to
naked.
each other.
Yeah, dude,
you know,
they, like, remember
blow
the
drying
hand
their
dryer? They,
balls
like,
while
lift
they're
their
talking to you.
It's
Like,
like,
no.
it's the best, dude.
I've had a guy do that before. He like comes up talking, posts a leg up, like
Yeah,
blow drying his
I run a
balls. I'm
hand dryer.
like,
Me
"Get
too.
the fuck out of my face.
Fuckers
Like,
do not care.
Dude, when I was
Well,
training
you
at
had he has the wrong blow dryers for us because I have to sit there underneath it, and I'm like, "Amen." Everybody's walking in, going, "Watty, what are you doing?" Blowing dry my balls, man. They're a little wet, damn.
when I was personal training at Vasa in Westminster, we had to throw a guy out of the locker room because he came in and he started shaving in the co-ed locker room.
he's like shaving his balls.
Wait,
Dude,
there's a
he's
co-ed
shaving
locker.
all over.
Wait,
Oh.
wait,
Oh,
wait.
in
Why
the
is there
co-ed
a co-
sauna. The sauna and
Oh,
steam room
I was
are
gonna
co-ed.
say.
Dude, just in there, just shaving.
Oh, he was shaving in the sauna, not even the locker room.
Yeah, no, with other people.
Oh, yeah,
in
that's
there,
fucking creepy.
Dude, the best was when I was in high school cutting weight. I'd go in the sauna, and inevitably there'd be 2 or 3 naked old dudes, and I'm like, and I'd be all, you know, in my sweatsuit and my plastics, and like, well, yeah, I used to do that. I'm like, oh Jesus, please don't talk to me while you're butt naked.
Always, every time you're
Buddy,
cutting
they're probably
weight.
looking like, hey, that little Asian boy's looking good, huh? Probably just
Every-
take him down right
Every
here.
fucking time you're cutting weight, man, there's always like, you know, even in the UFC, it's like we end up using YMCA's or whatever. But luckily, you get enough guys that are like, you know, UFC guys in there, and one naked guy comes in. Hey guys, somebody's gonna be like, hey, old man, why don't you put a fucking towel on your
And they're always stretching or putting motion on, like, hey.
yeah, nah, yeah, definitely. see it.
Okay, leads me to this one. My dad was I don't know why they weren't. It must have been in the set, but swim trunks or nut huggers. They'd wear those like fucking swimming trunks and stuff. So what do you wear when you
Swim
go?
trunks, dude.
So swim trunks is in
Swim trunks.
Gotta wear swim trunks, man.
swim trunks.
Swim trunks. Yeah,
You don't wear any nut huggers, huh?
No, not huggers. No.
Damn,
just
dude.
out there with your
I like to
kids at the
shave my
beach, burn
shit,
a
dog.
mosquito,
Yeah, I
fucking-
just don't get that. Like,
I'm proud of my shit, dog. I'm Asian and I'm proud of how big mine is. So it's gonna be tight. So they can't
and
say
it
that's
is always the Asian people that have the funny
yeah, we
swimsuits.
do. Like,
But that's for you. When you guys compete, you wear the nut huggers, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
dude,
was saying
that
you-
was the one thing though. My dad hated that. He's like, I won't ever come to your show because of that. And I was like, damn, dude. He hated that. He hated the wrestling sequence too. But I'm like, that's what you have to wear.
That's
Are you wearing the cups too when you're wearing those nuts?
Well, I used to stuff sock because I had a few African American black teammates, and I was like, I'd see them in the locker room going, dude, I really feel not good about myself. There was some well endowed dudes, so I was just like, okay,
He
give
just
me
has
some.
a Pringles can down the
Yeah,
singlet.
I just like this. I walk out really happy. I take a bunch of Viagra and then be way happy and like, yeah, I'm one of them.
liquid death can.
Yeah.
Okay, last one on the center win. This was for you. Washing your clothes or knee braces or anything that you're training with for people get those like things
win all day.
Wash.
I mean, I have no problem with it. I've been doing this long enough now. If I'm at the gym, I'll tell people, I'm like, hey, your shit fucking stinks. Why don't you fucking wash it? Get that out of my face.
I'm not waiting until I win the championship. I'm not washing this.
Because your gloves, like all of our equipment gets
Yes.
stinky, but like you take care of it. Like I'll call.
But you
people
have
up,
those
I'm not
one of those
training with you.
stinky. You
Get
got
the
those
fuck away
stinky
from me.
ones, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's that guy that don't wash his knee pad or wrist straps or whatever. And every time you're like, I do not want to partner with this guy.
I've taken guys' boxing gloves and thrown them out the front door and been like, come back when you get some new ones.
It's like sometimes kids nowadays just don't seem to have
Dude,
the best hygiene either.
The gym. And I don't mean to be rude, but some of these dudes at the gym,
Kinda stink
I don't
sometimes.
know if they don't know when to take their laundry out of the thing and then it mildews. And I don't know if they don't know that when they wear their knee sleeves that you should
You
probably
sweat in it.
You
wash
should get rid of.
You still
Even-
sweat.
Your sweat is body
I won't
waste.
lie to you. I won't lie to you. And I don't know if this is, but CrossFitters and some of the girls now, the bikini girls, they stink. And I'm like, dude, you guys, you're cute. You're smelly though.
Dude,
Smell.
backstage it shows.
Right?
It's so bad.
Smells like prison.
Or
It's like
check
cocoa butter
check-ins
fucking
and tanning and backstage.
stench.
It's rough. Because then you see them on stage and you're like, but then you see them backstage, you're like, you smell.
Yeah. It's the same at fight shows too.
It
Just
just
fucking wash your stuff.
I
Wash
think
your
it's every
stuff.
sport because that was the same way with hockey when we were kids. It just smelled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, hockey gear is bad too.
Yeah.
You can't. If you can't wash it, you got an excuse.
Well, football pads too. Football pads.
You
will
can wipe it
stink
down.
and
They
shit
make
like
enough
that.
stuff now. You can. They make wipes.
Yeah.
Whatever. They make enough stuff. You can clean your
Absolutely. I mean, we always give you a little bit of health and stuff to when you go out and you say, "Hey guys, just fucking put deodorant on." It's like every hour when you're in a workout place, put some refresher deodorant.
Yeah, there's chicks
Yeah.
out there that like that nasty smell
Oh,
too.
yeah.
There's a bunch of weird motherfuckers out there. I'm telling you, man.
shit. And if you say that you wash your shit over and over and it doesn't clean it, there's a thing called defense soap. That works great. Or vinegar. That will get the smell out of it.
This is not a
Look it
paid
up.
advertisement, but defense soap.
They don't pay me either. They make detergent. They make spray. They make everything. And it
Yeah.
smells like eucalyptus.
I'm gonna have to try that defense spray.
I know.
it has-
I know. We all kind of perked up. He said that. We're like, huh.
I'll bring you guys some.
Well, guys, thanks for watching the Den Unracked, episode 7. Thank you, Chris Camozzi, for joining us. It was awesome having you.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
It's great having
Shout
you.
out your social media so people can
Yeah.
follow you if they don't already.
Yeah, it's at Chris Camozzi MMA on Instagram. That's about the only thing I use anymore. I'm fading out. I'm getting old. Now I'm like, I don't need
Do you have
internet.
social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, go check his Instagram out. I looked at his Instagram page. A lot of
I
cool
think
stuff
I think
on there.
I think he had like a lot of numbers there. So
Yeah.
he's in there.
Sometimes, yeah.
He had some big numbers on that thing. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. When you're out there smoking, drinking, doing whatever, burning the candle out the both ends, get an Uber, get a Lyft. We had that occasion this past weekend. Use your heads out there.
That's right.
Cool.
See ya.
Thanks,
See
guys.
ya.